Today's video, I'm going to be talking about handling grief and, what to do, after a couple of months, days, weeks when you've lost a loved one. I'm going to share stories with my dad and things and moments that I had with him. There's no moving on from grief. You move along. If there's anything like that, you get by, because you can never get over someone who has impacted your life, especially someone who is as close as a dad, a mom, a spouse, a beloved friend, or someone who just belongs to your heart in such a special way. About months ago, I lost my dad. After then, it's been a ride, because it's the major first ever time I will lose anyone so close to me, and it was my first engagement with grief, and really it's been a journey, and I don't know, there was never an ending to learning grief, especially when someone is as important to you as your dad. My dad was always here on my YouTube, for those of you who know and have been following me for a while, since when I started. You guys all know, some of you are close to me, when I started, I was like, no! Yeah, some of you know. When he was saying something like I shouldn't use the bloopers, I spoke to some people who know me personally. It was like, how can you put bloopers on, on the net? You have to appear, very serious. And at the end of the day, I actually did explain to him what bloopers was. He didn't get it, but it was like, fine, you just go about it how you want to go about it. But anyways, I took away bloopers just in respect for him, and just because he asked, and bloopers are not that important. He was always watching. So my last video, I was talking about how to cope with grief, and I said that most times when we lose people, we start moving on fast and quickly, and sometimes there could be a little bit of guilt in there, in the sense that you feel like you're going just too fast. So if you want to know how to overcome, or what I said in the video, I'm going to leave it in the cards, and I'm going to leave it also in the comments, pinned comment section, and in the description box, so you can go watch that video after this. One of the things I said in that video is to do something in remembrance of them. I'm going to share stories with my dad and things and moments that I had with him. This is just going to be a diary, like for me, and for anyone who is interested, and for someone who is going through grief. Maybe this video can just be a sort of comfort, because maybe it may make you to remember the person you love, and we just have amazing way of going through and not over it. Yeah. So I remember this time growing up, my dad is like the principled man. He keeps to time. My mom was my channel, so my dad keeps to time, and is a person who wants to be there. Just this principle: arrange, do my things this way and do my things the other way. And this video is just an honor of how so much kids are like their parents, and many times we inherit the trait in them, and I think that sometimes our parents cannot really stand seeing themselves in us. So there was this day where we're at home. Now my dad worked as a marine engineer, even shortly before his death, and he usually goes offshore and then comes back on shore. And then when he comes, it's usually like the soldier major has come into the house. Everything has to be on point, clean, arranged, and everything. So one of these days, he wanted me in the sitting room to hang the calendar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well. Calendar. No, it can't be calendar. I don't say calendar, to be honest. So calendar, but I'm not sure if the calendar is pronounced properly. So anyways, that thing that tells dates, that paper one that you put and adjust and move every day, right? And do all those things. The calendar he wants us to hang. How many of you have calendars? Oh my god, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly. How many of you have that stuff in your homes right now, or we just use our phones? And maybe sometimes now I just see those things in the office. I should have learned how to pronounce this before I started this video. Anyways, we move. So he wanted me to take a stool or something and stand on it and just hang it on the wall, which is a little bit easier. Now I want you to guess what my method was. Come on, don't be bored watching this video. Guess what I wanted to do? It wasn't what he wanted. What do you think? Maybe you guessed correctly, or maybe you didn't guess at all. Just like, come on, just tell the story. Well, I was trying to jump to get the stuff hooked, and he wasn't having it. So he was looking at me like, get the stool and do what I've said. But you know, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So I jumped the second time. And if you know African parents, you know, that was even a whole lot of patience. My dad didn't really beat me. I remember once him slapping me. I think I'm going to tell that story. And I think I deserved that slap. That was the first and the last time he laid his hands on me. No, that was the first time like he used his hands on me. That was one time he slapped me. And then I know this age and generation, they'll say it's abuse, is your problem. That's what made us what we are today. And then number two, I think one day he flogged me with a ruler. I think those were just the two experiences I have. My mom beat me a lot. Mommy, please, let's not go there. My mom used everything from slippers to, she goes outside to pluck the flowers outside. She'll pluck her cane and everything and all of those stuff. Thanks, mommy, for the discipline and everything. They made me the kind of person that I am today. I love you. So, back to the story. I was trying to hang the stuff, and on the second time, his patience was already running out. And as he was about to shout the third time, you know, you can guess what African parents have told you, what, you know, all those things like, just do what I've told you. As I jumped the third time, people, the thing just clicked and it hung, and you know, I felt that sense of victory and accomplishment, and he just froze, and you know, he had that look of like he didn't agree with what I did, but he couldn't criticize me on the other hand because it worked, and on the other side, it wasn't happy, and on the other side, you know, the thing was done, and that was how that scenario just went away. I'm sure I paid for it some other way, some other thing that happened, but that was that story. So, in many other ways, I see him in me, in the things I do, in how I speak, in how I like my things to be. Those are some of the things I didn't like him do, but not unfortunately, actually. I didn't like him do, but fortunately, I see myself doing them as well. Sometimes maybe a little bit overbearing to those around me because of how orderly and how I just want things to just go in a certain way. So, well, this is one of the numerous stories I'll be sharing in this series, and you know, it's one way to really have fun and you know, go through a difficult time is to just remember the amazing moments that you had with your loved one, no matter what that means, no matter how tiny those moments are, no matter and what works for you. It's really great. So thank you for watching, if you did watch till the end of this video. But I'm very blessed doing this video for me and for the one or two people that it may help. And anyways, till next month or anytime I make a video surrounding this topic, you can just check all of the videos I've made here concerning this and pick any one of them. It will help in the topic, because I spoke about this topic from my own point of experience, and you know, I hope that it helps someone. Have a lovely day and bye.